the XFL had their opening week. The Rock was out there getting everyone hyped up. If you want a good salesman, someone who will go out there and read a script and be a face for something, The Rock is a good guy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out there wearing a jersey, but the star of the show was Ben DiNucci.
Yeah.
My God, your friends are also big fans of Ben DiNucci.
Yeah. James Madison alum, played in the NFL. Didn't really have a lot of opportunities in the NFL.
Right.
Started one game and didn't play his best football. But XFL, my first thoughts about it, I think it's going to be a hit. I think it's already a hit. I think this will be the closest thing to like an NFL G League sort of thing. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. If you want to know what team I'm rooting for the Sea Dragons. I'm rooting
The Sea Dragons.
I am the Seattle Sea Dragons.
I expect a jersey next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would get a Josh Gordon jersey.
Yeah.
The thing that's okay,
Yeah.
so there's a couple of different minor league NFL leagues that are emerging, like the USFL. I think the USFL is going to flop within 6 games.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
the XFL, why are people watching the XFL? It's a bunch of former NFL players you're like, maybe you watched in college that didn't pan out, and then they go to the XFL and they can rejuvenate their careers genuinely. Like, imagine, I think of someone like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who hasn't really, maybe he gets an opportunity in the NFL again, but if he doesn't, goes to the XFL, balls out, gets another opportunity. So the players who didn't really quite get the opportunity that they deserved in the XFL, they ball out. I think it's going to be great. I like all the former players: Martavius Bryant, Ben DiNucci,
Yeah.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, don't let Martavius Bryant or Josh Gordon be on the same team. But yeah, I like what you said about someone being able to revive their career, because I often think about a situation with Brock Purdy being drafted as the last pick overall, and it was a freak incident where 2 quarterbacks on your team on the depth chart got hurt. And I think about if someone drafted that late, usually past the 5th round, you don't even get a chance to play in the NFL. And
Yeah.
if you have someone as talented as someone like Brock Purdy, even PJ Walker, gave him an opportunity to start. Some of these guys who are drafted in the late round who really do have a lot to offer, but maybe the scouts missed them. I feel like it's a great opportunity for some young guys to showcase their talent where they wouldn't have had an opportunity to do it in the NFL. And I think this is going to be a really good thing to facilitate some extra opportunities for guys, because I feel like we have the NFL draft and free agency and guys who could be on the buyout market, but something that would be more exciting is players who don't get an opportunity to play, you don't know about, get another opportunity in the XFL. And from what I watched, it was really fun. The jersey colors, I felt like they went a lot more for college jerseys. They're a lot more bright.
Yeah.
A lot more like teal, lime greeny colors, which I really dug that the jersey, it's like, all right, it's more in your face, and then it looked more fun.
Yeah.
And it's something where if it's on, you'll watch it and you'll have a good time. And I feel like it's football content that we need in the off season. And I feel like it's going to create some storylines where it's like, oh, this guy's balling out.
Yeah.
Really get an opportunity. And what are your overall thoughts on just like someone like Bailey Zappi, who it's like freaked out of nowhere chance that he got even the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
And now someone like him is going to have an opportunity in the XFL.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's cool with the XFL, I mean, another thing, Bailey Zappi is a good example. Somebody who might have not had that opportunity, but also some of the rules that they implemented, like the 3-point challenge or the onside kick, rather than it being just an onside kick, which always usually fails, like a 4th and 15. Maybe in the NFL, it's like a 4th and 20, 4th and 25.
Yeah.
But an opportunity, albeit a difficult opportunity, to move down the field and get the ball again, to gain possession again, that's something where give it 5 years, maybe less. But I think the NFL eventually will enable that rule because it's awesome. Like, I believe it was the Sea Dragons game. Sea Dragons blew the lead, but it was that opportunity where they were down 15-3. They scored, had the 3-point conversion, made it a close game. Then they do an onside kick. They actually get the ball back. They score, run down, and get a touchdown. It's like, that's great content. That's like, I mean, the fact that you can score that many points within that 1 minute frame, it's like, that's good. That's just good football. Imagine if the XFL succeeds this year, the next year, their product's going to be better because it's going to be all the preseason cuts and all that, like playing. Like, I think it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I
It's
think
gonna
it's going to
succeed.
be cool because you mentioned how they could try different things that people have floated around and had ideas for the NFL, like the 3-point contest to settle the game, and then 4th and 15 instead of an onside kick. I feel like going off of that take that the NFL could use the XFL, pump a little bit of juice into them, and then you want more football content, you want more eyes on football because you still make this shorter, but it gives people a little bit of a break where they're not just longing football. You still get that longing for the NFL because the NFL will always be king, but the NFL can facilitate rule ideas to the XFL that could take 3, 5, maybe 10 years down the road to take effect, but they can see how the fans like it. They're probably not going to go with like something on 4th and 15 because I don't think that's fair in the NFL. But
Maybe I would say like 4th and 25.
I feel like just seeing how like a kicking competition would work, and I feel like this will also give some more kickers some opportunities as well. So just seeing how they can facilitate rules and then give some later round draft picks, quarterbacks some chances to shine.
I want to see them do an overtime kickoff rather than it being two quarterbacks. It's they play a full round of overtime and then they do like a hockey level like shootout.
Yeah,
Just it goes from the 15-yard field goal all the way back to like a 65-yarder. Just keep moving it back.
I would like a touchdown competition.
Just them
So
keep scoring.
um you line them up and then you see how many like 2-point conversions you can get in 2 minutes.
Hmm.
And then so it's like a or you do like 5 minutes, but you give each time each team has like a set amount of time that they can use to reset. So you're going fast paced. As soon as we get reset, we're gonna go. So if you can reset faster, you don't have to wait for the defense to get set. So that'll be another cool strategy. So it's like as soon as we
Or
score
hmm.
or it gets down, ref places the ball, you guys get together, and then it's just a back and forth 2-point competition.
Or also, what if they're on at the same time, like opposite sides of the field?
Yeah, that's what it would
Opposite.
be. Because
That'd be
they're
sick.
each it's like 5 minutes,
But they just keep
counts
going back
down.
and forth.
Yeah, but they're in both red zones, so you're bouncing back and forth.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Just instant, just back and forth.
Yeah, because
That's
someone else
that
had
kind of
that idea.
that's kind of like a shootout in a way.
Yeah, it's a more interesting shootout than leaving it up to the kicker.
Yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah, I think the XFL is going to be successful, and USFL is going to flop 100% because there's nobody from the
Yeah.
NFL. Like I watched it this week because I'm like, well, Josh Gordon. I always really liked Josh Gordon. Martavius Bryant was a beast, and Ben DiNucci. You know,
Had the flip
I
pass.
I told you guys about my Virginia trip, and it's like James Madison. We were right next to James Madison. Ben DiNucci in Virginia is royalty.
Yeah, so everyone must have been going wild.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
everyone, yeah, Ben DiNucci, like, and he played really well. He played really well. So I'm excited.